Is it just going through the house system? Okay. The last one we had like a portable.
I just want to make sure I can take that
Okay. Okay.
acknowledgement and with
Oh goodness.
and then Roger and
I
then
got you.
Bill and then those are I think
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
I appreciate it very much. Yeah. Turned into tradition. I really enjoy it.
Good morning.
I'd like to welcome you to National Technical Letter Intent Signing Day.
Today, you're taking a step forward,
Career and technical education hold a world of possibilities for your future career.
By choosing career and technical education, you're joining a community of innovators and problem solvers.
We want to wish you the best of luck and pass along the congratulations on the choices you're making today and the future successes you're going to achieve.
That success starts today as you embark on this exciting new educational journey in CTE.
Congratulations on participating in this year's National Signing Day for Career and Technical Education.
Welcome to National Signing Day and to your very bright future.
I want to congratulate you on making this important decision.
And I want to thank all the participating colleges for joining us on this very, very special day, recognizing students from all across this United States of the value and the nobleness of technical education.
This was an idea about how to engage directly with young people and bring them into great career fields.
And this event celebrates and recognizes the critical importance of career and technical education.
Today you're signing with a school that's going to prepare you for the quickly changing world of work.
This commitment to become the next generation of skilled professionals places you on the forefront of innovation.
This certificate or degree and the certifications you earn will be the proof your future employer needs to know you'll get the job done right.
You'll not only be ready for the first job, but on a journey for a very successful career.
So your interest in educating yourself not only helps you and your family,
but it's also important to your community and to the nation as a whole.
Today, we celebrate your commitment to become part of that great American legacy.
Congratulations to the schools, instructors, and family members whose support helped make this momentous day possible.
We are here as industry partners to cheer you on.
Thank you for participating in this important day.
We are very proud of you and are very glad you're joining us.
I'm delighted today to join NC3, congratulating students who are signing today for challenge and opportunity tomorrow.
Hope has a face. Today that hope begins. Congratulations to all of you. What a great day this is.
This country of ours was built by the hearts, the minds, and the strength of its people. It was not by chance that we got here. It was because people dared to set their sights and achieve. NC3 celebrates you. You are the dreamers of today, the doers of tomorrow. Your signature on this National Signing Day sets your sights on success, and we are here beside you. Together, we will build, grow, and improve. There are thousands of you today, across the country, declaring your intent to achieve. Career and technical education is the key to your bright future. That's why your instructors, your school, and NC3 are here for you. That's why our industry partners are investing in you. We want you to certify that you've got what it takes to succeed, and we know you do. We want the world to know what you are capable of. You sign today to formally continue your journey, a journey to the career that we know you deserve. You will transport us in vehicles faster and smarter than they have ever been. You will keep us safe and comfortable in buildings, stronger and brighter than they have ever been. You will use the tools and technology of today to build the tools and technology of tomorrow. You will feed us, keep us healthy, and light the way. Your creativity and ideas will enable invention, conservation, and endless possibilities for all of us. NC3 and our industry partners are proud of you. We celebrate you. So sign your name and join us. We need you now more than ever. Congratulations and welcome.
Good morning. Okay, we got some of you here. Great. My name is Tony Edwards. I'm the automotive instructor, one of the automotive instructors here at Tarrant County College South Campus. I'm also the NC3 coordinator for our school, our campus. And last year at this time, I was our acting dean. Thank you, Dr. Cannon, for showing up. Yes, I'm so glad to be back in the classroom. We have some heavy hitters here for you this morning, believe it or not. Don't look at Kate. She's embarrassed for coming up here, and she wants me to put the slide back up there that says we're at the National Signing Day. Yes. By the way, just a side note, I was complaining to my wife this morning. I said, dear, we've got to check out our dryer. I think it's making my clothes shrink. And, you know, and she said, it's not the dryer, it's the refrigerator. So, never mind. So I'm a little peeved at her, so if I seem a little off today, it's because I'm kind of mad at her, and no, I'm fine. We do have some heavy hitters here today, and it's my joy and my part of this ceremony to introduce these folks to you and to kind of step out of the way and let them take the spotlight. So without further ado, I'm going to do that. I'm going to introduce to you the best campus president anywhere in the United States of America, and we have him here on our campus, Dr. Dan Lufkin.
Thank you, Tony. I see Tony every morning. We play basketball together sometimes, and so I said this morning, you know, hey, I'm going to be upset if you don't have a joke, and I think that was his joke right there about being the best campus president ever. But hey, I appreciate it. Look, I'm going to move over this way if that's okay, because I want to be in front of all of our celebrities today. And that's you, our students. This day is all about you. You are making a commitment to your careers. You're making a commitment to earn a degree, a certificate that is going to place you in a career where you're going to have endless opportunities. The United States, right here in Texas, this whole region, we need you. We need you. Cars don't move without you. Food doesn't move without you. Our homes aren't cool, they're heated without you. The list goes on and on and on. Healthcare, manufacturing, these are all great jobs that require a certificate or a degree to get there. And you're making that commitment today. So when you can see all of the business and industry partners that are working with NC3 to make this all happen. So I do want to just acknowledge a few people. First, to our administration, thank you so much for your part in this. Tony, thank you. Kate, everyone who works with Kate, thank you for what you do. Our special guest, we do have Roger Tedeschi here. He's the executive director from NC3, so thank you for being here. Dan Hickman is here from Snap-on Tools. He oversees the sales of all of Oklahoma and North Texas, pretty big area. Also, Matt Ruiz is here from ATC, one of our business and industry partners. Thank you for being here. And then President Emeritus, Bill Coppola. Dr. Bill Coppola from the Southeast Campus, now works with the Mayor's Workforce and Education Council. So there are a lot of people here supporting you and wishing you well on your journey, because we know that today you are embarking on a wonderful journey that's going to lead you to, again, endless opportunities. I'm so glad to be a part of this. Also, too, I forgot a very, very important group as I look in the back, your faculty members. Thank you all for being here today. They work hard, yes. They work extremely hard to ensure that you have those skills, as I always say, so you are job ready on day one. That is their focus, to teach you those skills that when you leave here, you walk through our doors into a new door and you're ready, job ready on day one. So with that, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all of our school partners as well. I look forward to shaking your hands and celebrating with you. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Lufkin. I would like to invite the next person to the stand here. You just heard him introduce Dr. Bill Coppola. He recently retired after 12 years as president of Southeast Campus of Tarrant County College. He has 40 years experience in higher education, including roles in Lone Star College, Kingwood, and Dallas College. Bill's career began in a technical field with a PBS television station before transitioning to higher education. He holds a PhD in higher education administration, a Master's of Education from the University of North Texas, and a BA in telecommunications from Michigan State University. Dr. Coppola, thank you so much for coming today. We ask that you'd come and share. You have the PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
You'll have to start it for me.
Okay.
Good morning. As he gets ready here. I have to have slides, or else I'll go off track and talk for 30 minutes. It keeps me in there. There you go. So I'm so proud to be here, and I want to thank for the invitation in order to speak. This is really important to me. As he said, my background started in technical education. I'm a product of technical education. I was just like you. I was in high school. I wanted to learn how to do stuff, and I wanted to be, this was in the 70s, this is a long time ago, okay? I wanted to be a sound man in a band, and that's what we did. And we had a band, and we played in New York, that's where I'm from. In school, when I was starting to finish up, I had to take a class in television production, and I fell in love with it. And I learned the technical side of television, and that's what I did. From that time, I worked for PBS on the technical side, and moved here to Texas, and then eventually got a job starting the video technology program at Dallas College back in 1984. That was my 40-year anniversary of that program being done. My first job in administration was as Dean of Technical Education. And what that means is that we were working with the state to write a lot of the courses that you took. They were called the WECM. So I was real proud to be here. You're on a great journey. And all I want to do is just take a few minutes to talk a little bit about why you're here today and what you're going to do. A lot of it was in the video. First of all, the most important thing for you all are the choices that you make. That's really going to determine. And there's two big ones that is in there. One is, who are your friends? Who are you hanging around with? Who are the people you associate with? And the other one is the choice you made today in order to go for the certification. The certification is something that you can take with you. Just take this way? Yes. So on the NC3 certification, which I learned about and very excited about, is you really put yourself forward in order to get ahead in your own career in what you're doing. But most importantly in these is that it validates your hands-on, your skills. This is important. I'm working with the Mayor's Council on Education and Workforce Development, and we work with 36 different companies here in Texas, mostly in the Fort Worth area. And the first thing they want to know is, how do we know these students know what they tell us they're doing? So the certification brings that validation, and it's not just to get you the job, it's to expand the job into the future, because you then have that validation for the rest of your life. Your advancement, it's hard to walk over here with this, there we go, is it's going to give you a competitive edge, and you saw that in the video, that those are actual people, and the people we're going to be talking today, that actually say, you are going to be interviewing with a whole lot of other people for a job. But you got that certification there, knowing that you have the certain skills that is going to be necessary for that company in order to progress. Your skills development, and I'm highlighting areas that that I really feel are important. They all are important. It's really with time management and teamwork. My career started in television, which means I had to learn pre-production. I had to learn Murphy's Law. As you know, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. You've all done it. And you got to quickly have a backup plan. Okay? That helped me as I moved forward, eventually to be a college president. Because as Dan will tell you, no 2 days are alike. And what we have to do is flip on a dime when something happens. I couldn't have done that without the training that I've had and how my mind got to work in order to say, okay, here's A, B, and C. Because before we did a production, before you go in and work, if you're in automotive, you're going and working on brakes, or you're working on or HVAC, you're working on air conditioning. You know that the problem that you were called on to fix is not the problem that is there. And you're going to have to find out where the problem is. So when I go into my house and my dryer doesn't work, and I have to go in, and the first thing I have to do is find out if it's plugged in. And you start there and you work your way down to see how it's done. The most important thing is that it has problem-solving techniques for what you want to do. What's important is if you go into to fix something and there's a problem and you have to take care of the problem, you're going to analyze the problem from down. My air conditioning went out last year. You start to see, is the breaker done? You go and you find out that it's, and you just do one point at a time until you see what the actual issue is. If you have an academician, nothing against academicians, if an academician goes into a problem, they'll say, well, we have to have a committee. Let's get a committee together. We're going to sit around and talk, and then we'll figure out and do research for the problem. But you're going to have to be able to solve the problem quickly, and it's one of your biggest advantages. And finally, you're prepared for the future job market. The job you have today is not going to be the job you're going to have in 5 years. Okay? Everyone knows that the jobs change fast. Technology is changing fast, but you're prepared for that change, and that's what the certification that does. So I just want to give, this is real fast, is talk about the future changes of how fast things happen. I was born in 1957. I know some people say you should be dead, but I was born in 1957. In 1957, the Sputnik went up. You all know what Sputnik was, right? A little size of a basketball going around the earth and beeping once every 30 seconds. My dad always called me a Sputnik baby. In 64 years, I'm 68. In 64 years, we now have a helicopter on Mars that flies. That, to me, is amazing. That in one lifetime, you're going from barely getting something in space. This is before the dog even went up, you know, up there. So you're layering a helicopter on Mars that flew on Mars. The second one, I'm really a geek internally, okay, and I do this stuff. The second was, in 66 years, in 1903, the Wright brothers flew the first plane that went up. And in 1969, we landed on the moon. Now, think of what's going to happen in your lifetime, or half your lifetime, because you're halfway there. Well, a third of the way there, okay? Your lifetime, how it's going to change. And you're seeing that now with AI. You're seeing it now with how things are working. I was at an event, and I always like to watch the guys doing the technical, the camera people, the sound people, and the sound man, they call him the sound man or sound woman, the person doing the sound wasn't behind a soundboard like I used to do it. He was walking around with an iPad as the sound was going on, and he was adjusting the sound on his iPad for every single microphone and instrument that was on stage. That never would have happened, but this is what is amazing to me. Just so you know, fun fact, well, for me it's a fun fact, on the LEM, in 1969, and on the helicopter that flew on Mars, there's a little piece of fabric from the Wright brothers plane that they attached to it to show the connection of everything that was done. So I just wanted to really just take a few minutes here and just talk about your future path, is that your learning never exhausts the mind, by Leonardo da Vinci, okay? Keep and continue to learn. Don't think what you got the certification, oh, I'm good, I know everything I need to know. You need to go on and get continuous certifications, okay? Get some more badges, because when you go out, employers look at that. What have you done? You know, and you can go on to LinkedIn and you can look at all the badges someone has and you have that skill. It's not that I'm going to sit there and rattle off everything that I know, but they're validated by things like NC3 and other certifications you have. And then also, over-prepare. I'm doing many different things to prepare for the inevitable failure of one of them, okay? Real important. I'm one that over-prepares. You know how long it took me to do these 5 slides? It's been a while, okay? But you have to go through because you can say, oh, whatever. Like, so I'm here and I'm saying, oh, what if the computer broke? What if this doesn't work? I have my backup here. I had a thumb drive with it on, you know, so you have to be able to do that. So with that, I just want to say thank you, congratulations, and best of luck. You have some great speakers ahead of you. And I had to retire because Dan came in as the best president in the South. So, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Coppola. I appreciate you being here today. My brother-in-law next door to me, he lives next door, and he's got like over 100 chickens. And so he finally built this big chicken coop as big as a car. And he put 2 doors on it. And I said, why did you put 2 doors on your chicken coop? He said, well, if I put 4 doors on it, it would be a chicken sedan. Oh, that even hurt me. Wow. Oh, do y'all know the difference between a golf ball and a Ford? You can drive a golf ball 300 yards. Ooh, it's getting ugly in here now. Okay, this is what you got to follow, Roger. One more. What has 6 wheels and flies? A garbage truck. You got it. A garbage truck. Flies. Flies. Yeah, flies. Golly. I've got them all set up for you now, Roger. Our next speaker, and I said earlier we have some big hitters here today, and he's already been introduced by Dr. Lufkin, but the executive director, the top dog of the National Coalition of Certification Centers, that's what NC3 stands for, by the way, in case you hadn't heard that. Dr. Roger, not doctor, you're a doctor? Not a doctor yet. Okay, you're working on it. Roger Tedeschi is here, and he has graciously stepped in. We had another speaker lined up, and they had some family medical issues, and he couldn't be here, and Roger graciously stepped up and filled his spot. So Roger, please come and share with us. Thank you for being here.
I think we need to talk to your wife about the refrigerator, though. Yeah. Well, number one, congratulations, students. It's super exciting for me to be here at Tarrant College this morning and be part of the National Signing Day. But let me tell you a little bit, Bill touched on this a little bit, about there's a lot of reasons why we're here. Dan touched on it, is yes, we need you, but the future today is so exciting right now today, but most importantly, all the great things are going to happen back in the next 10, 15, 20 years. As Bill showed some of those pictures up there and how exciting it would have been to be around 1920 and 1930 on all these things, but it's nothing compared to how exciting it is really right now today for all of you. But let me give you a little bit of background about NC3 and how we got here, and my role in this is in 1978, so I'm a little bit younger than Bill, but not much, okay? In 1978, I was sitting where you are. I was graduating from high school in a little town called Alpena, Michigan, halfway between the equator and the North Pole, right on the 45th parallel. And when I graduated, now I know Tony touched a little bit on Fords. Anybody here a Mopar fan, a Chrysler fan? Yeah, got a couple, right? Yeah. So all I wanted to do when I got out of high school was rebuild 440 engines and 426 Hemis. That's all I wanted to do, okay? But like what you have here and the instructors that you have here in the back and Tony, I had a great instructor that really helped me understand what electricity is and how it's really used. Hydraulics, pneumatics, problem solving, okay? What do you do if it doesn't work? How was the vehicle originally designed in its intent to work and how it was supposed to work by the engineers and designers? So is your problem solving. If you know how it's supposed to work when it's working correctly, now you can start to figure out what's wrong and what's in there and how do you get to that solution. A lot of things that Bill touched on. So that was ingrained by our instructor when I was in high school. So I graduated from high school, spent some time in automotive, then ended up going to work for Cummins diesel engine, doing some diesel work in those areas. And then I got hired by TRW down in Houston, Texas, originally just to work in a metallurgical lab. But very quickly, like in a few weeks, they realized and they said, hey, young man, you know, you've got a lot of mechanical knowledge and mechanical aptitude and understanding of things. We're going to put you in the research and development area. Before I knew it, I was working on downhole sour gas wells for Mobile Bay, drilling parameters. Pretty soon before I knew it, I was pressurizing test cylinders up to 5,000 PSI with hydrogen sulfide gas and so forth. And then in 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger unfortunately blew up, and some of the testing that we were doing in Houston, Texas, also resembled some of the things that they needed to do in the relaunch of the space shuttle. So I got recruited to go to California, and I ended up working in research development on the relaunch of the space shuttle main engine, work and all those things. But the fundamental principles that I all related back to what I learned in high school and automotive technology programs. And so from that, as I was working on that, I come in full circle. In 1995, I met a gentleman at a initiative in California. His name was Jack Smith, the CEO of General Motors. And if you think about what Bill had up on the screen today, is that was the very first year that they were starting to work on what we now know today as OnStar. And they were beginning to put telematics and technology into the automobile. And so as Jack Smith and I were talking about that, he began to ask me about my career and how I got there, and lo and behold, before I knew it, he was asking me about, well, how do we get back involved in education? We have got to help technical education. This is the backbone of the United States. It always has been the backbone of the United States, but it's also the backbone of the world, of making things, problem solving, ideation, and built, what if, why not? How do we get these things going? That's what you all are part of already, and in doing those things. So from that, we got started with around industry certifications of understanding the why. What is the technology? How does that really work with science and math? And how is it truly applied into the advanced transportation world? Think about that today, about the modern automobile. I always say it this way, you know, a modern automobile today, when it on four wheels, a great transportation tool, right? But you turn that vehicle on its side, it is the most advanced physics lab there is in the world, okay? How many of you, if we take our iPhone or our Galaxy phone and we drop it from 10 or 15 feet in the air, what's the probability of it going to work? Probably less than 50%, right? But you take your car and you hit a railroad track at 50 or 60 miles an hour, or hit a good pothole or a chuck hole somewhere, that's putting the same load through that car as it is dropping that phone, but that car doesn't shut down. It can hit it multiple times. How about a vehicle or a piece of technology that you can be in northern Minnesota when it's minus 30 degrees, you expect that car to start. Yet you can drive it to Las Vegas or Phoenix, Arizona, where it's 130 degrees out the next day, and it still operates the same. That's phenomenal technology we're just talking about the automobile. Now we talk about building automation control systems that we work with Train, Lincoln Electric on robotic welding and human-machine interaction, Festo with, again, automation, whether it's pharmaceuticals, all the things that we're doing in manufacturing and battery and semiconductor industry, whether it's tied to aviation, to your healthcare, et cetera, all of those things are happening today, and that's truly exciting. So bringing it back center here to Fort Worth, I also want to recognize Tony and Dan and the whole team here at Tarrant County, because they were an early adopter of the NC3 model and engaging NC3 certifications and embedding them into their programs. So I want to give a shout out to Tarrant, what they've done, not only here in Fort Worth, but as a national leader. So now with over 2,000 schools, from middle school, high schools, community colleges, technical centers, universities that are embedding these certifications into that and helping young people, adults, returning to give them those upskills and bring them into the industry is exciting for me. From our standpoint of the whole NC3 is that we're able to give back. That's truly what NC3 is about, is how do we help every community, every student, every instructor support that social economic footprint at their local community and within their country. So, you know, I am super excited. National Signing Day, if you see Clark Coco that opened up that our piece is one of our board members. He's up in Topeka, Kansas. He was at a school, and when we think about ideas and what if, we were sitting in a meeting one day, and he says, you know, Roger, he said, you know, in football, and we jostle back and forth on the Big 12 and Kansas and Oklahoma. And by the way, I live in Oklahoma City. Not that we steal anybody from Texas in football, but every once in a while. So we were talking about the National Signing Day for sports and how important that is in the absolute great recognition that those student athletes receive. And we said, what about plumbers? What about all they are absolutely important and is equally important across the country. What can we be doing to help support and bring that recognition and that professionalism and make that highlighted in our nation? And so Clark was, we were sitting there at a break, and we said, well, what if? And I said, well, why not? And we got started, and in 2013, we ran our first one. Today, I think we have over 90 some of these happening around the country, which is really exciting. I know we're live broadcasting here, so students, as you're going through, you're going to be across the country and Canada and all over the world will actually be seeing this. And so these are the kind of great things that, again, Dan, you and the team here, and Tony, thank you for all your support over the years of helping drive this initiative and making our communities and our country that much greater. But most importantly, for you to the students, I'm a little bit jealous actually up here today, because I'm as much as I was excited over the last 40-some years growing up with technology and learning the technology, it's really pretty cool what is out there today. And what is coming just in the next 2, 3, 4 years is phenomenal out there. And it's really great. So I'm just happy to be here with you today and be part of that. So with that, Tony, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Okay. Thank you all.
I've heard a couple of key words today, and one of them is backbone. You know, and he just alluded to the fact that athletes sign these letters of intent to go play football or whatever other sport at their universities, and a lot of them end up being professional. They make all the big money, right? But who builds their hot rods? Who welds their gates on their mansion entrance? Who builds the stadiums that they play in? Who does the HVAC in their mansion? You know, career and technical education, you guys are the backbone of America, because y'all get the work done. They entertain, we get the work done. And with that said, there's also backbone in education. We work, there's a backbone, a spine in this whole system here that supports you guys. And it boils all the way down to each department on our campus and each division on our campus. And I want to recognize a couple of folks here, 3 or 4 folks. The department chairs. The department chair of business and computer science and information technology is Michael Jackson. He's a great chair, a great support to students. John Rogers is the department chair over mechanical and industrial technology. He's a welding instructor, but he is the chair of that whole department. Thomas T.J. Filger is the department chair over building technologies. All the HVAC and all the other construction management, those guys, TJ is the backbone there. And Tracy Miller, my favorite chair, the automotive department chair over auto service and collision. He is one of your chairs. And those 4 people report to a very important person, and I've already mentioned her before, but our Dean of Business and Technology, Dr. Regina Cannon. She is the backbone. She's the spine of our division. And one step further, you're here, Dr. Jones, and nobody's mentioned you yet. The best VP we've had in the last year at least, right? Yeah. Yes. Dr. Jones is here. Thank you so much for your contribution to our school. These folks are the backbone, and I appreciate them very much. Give them a hand. All right. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, especially you folks that are sitting here just with those folders and that pen just itching to come up here, right? Get in front of everybody and get this hat and all this stuff. Kate, I want to turn it over to you to kind of give direction. I want to introduce to you the most linguistic person I know, Mr. Tim Matovich. He is a speech instructor here on South Campus. He will be reading the names for us because I would butcher every one of them. So let's get started. They're going to sign and come off this way. So we'll come down here after they sign, probably. Just to clarify, you'll see how it works here in just a second, but we have 8 people at a time that are going to come up and take a seat. Tim is going to announce their name and what program they're with, and when you hear your names, that's when you open your folder, you sign your letter, and you put your hat on, okay? That's the whole, it's that simple, okay? So when you hear your name called out by Tim, it's your turn to sign and put your hat on.
Ready? Good. Good. All right. Jordan Munoz, business. Sofia Duran, business. Camila Carmona, business. Eleni Hernandez, business. Adrian Garcia, business. Carlos Elizondo, collision repair. Jose Guerrero, collision repair. Gustavo Mendez Moreno, collision repair. Congratulations. Okay. George Barbary IV, collision repair. Jose Montero, collision repair. Amber Kyle, collision repair. Brian Garcia, collision repair. Jordan Payne, collision repair. Marissa Wesley, simulation programming. Khalid Mohammed, automotive service. Alexa Olea, collision repair. Congratulations. Gotcha. Anthony Bernal, Automotive Service. Ezekiel Paz, Automotive Service. A.B. Ledesma, Automotive Service. Aaron Hernandez, Automotive Service. Mel Rucker, Automotive Service. Lawrence Trailer, Automotive Service. Gabriel Manzano, Auto Technician. Saul Canary, Automotive Technician. Congratulations. Hey, how are you? All right. Dwayne Roberts, Automotive Technology. Johnny Macias, Automotive Service. Jesus Galvan, Automotive Service. Lionel Delgadillo, Automotive Service. Brian Nguyen, Automotive Service. Angela Chiles, Automotive Service. Christian Flores, Automotive Service. Moises Medien, Automotive Service. Congratulations. Hey, how's it going? Robles, gotcha. All right. Jacob Ramirez, Automotive Service. Javier Robles, Auto Technician. Christopher Rodriguez, Auto Technician. Evan Lawrence, T10 Program. Sydney Lovely, T10 Program. Tyler Abel, T10 Sean Crowley, T10. Jaden Brazelton, T10. Congratulations. I thought that'd be plenty of time. If you can't, not the end of the world, but if possible. Hey. That's it. Damian Garcia, T10. Marcos Perez, T10. Joel Reyna, T10. David Caballero, T10. Giovanni Zuniga, T10. Alex Huber, T10. Ian Utz, T10. Johnny Nguyen, T10. Congratulations. Okay. Gilberto Munoz, Automotive Service. Matthew Salazar, T10. Traylon Swanson, Electrical Line Technician. Marvin Morales, Electrical Line Technician. Chelsea Calderon, Business Data Analytics. Jade Murataya, Welding Technology. Charity Figbebu, business. Areli Lara, business. Congratulations. Gotcha. Brandon, is it? How do you see it? Gotcha. Yeah, next one. Yeah. Chloe Lee, business. Brandon Aviles, business. Bryson Padilla, electronics technology. Jose Huerta, electronics technology. Edgar Salgado, electronics technology. Sebastian Gonzalez, electronics technology. Natalia Beltran, business. Aleida Herrera, business. Congratulations. Jacob Gonzalez, business. Abigail Garcia, business. Denise Moncada, business. Enath Moreno, business. Tran Trang, business. Brisa Oresti, business. Layla Finch, business. Maria Almaraz, business. Congratulations. Is that it? All the two. That's easy one for me. Appreciate it. Let's take that. Okay. Melanie Villegas Ramos, business. Olivia Duran, business. Giovanni Barcenas, business. Leslie Reyes, business. Denise Rojo, business. Zion Stevenson, business. Ethan Vasquez, electronics technology. Francine Nikuri, business. Congratulations. Jesus Eldava, business. Kelvin Gates, business. Jonathan Reyes, business. Tamia Walker, business. Sebastian Borrego, electronics. Carlos Galvin, electronics. Maynor Alexander Belmonte, electrical technology. Cullen Galindo, electronics technology. Congratulations. Information technology. Do you want me to sit here then? I'd be happy to. Got it. Gotcha. Nayeli Huffnagel, business. Madison Smith, information technology and game design. Syed Ali, welding technology. Osvaldo Aguilar, automotive. Christopher Dubon, automotive. Emma Murakozy, information technology. Angel Hernandez, automotive tech. Richard Wasson, manufacturing technology. Congratulations. ones in here. Daisy Perez Ayala, business. Ruby Velasquez, business. Amanda Guerrero, business. Batseba de Suciel Jimenez, business. Justice Gates, business. Kimberly Zavala, business. Jacqueline Trejo, business. Estefania Guzman, business. Congratulations. Felix Fabiola, business. Taylor Nobles, business. Arielle Cuevas, electric. Samantha Garcia, business. Denise Mendoza, business. Kaylee Morales, business. Valeria Jimenez, business. Congratulations. Appreciate it. I need effort. Just 4? Okay. I thought maybe that would be the case. Fernanda Gonzalez, business. Jocelyn Munoz, electronics technology. Ricardo Floran, business. Zaid Everett, business. Congratulations.
Technology doesn't advance on its own. The future starts with students like you, and we need diverse perspectives to solve today's problems. We need your bright minds and eagerness to learn. You need the tools to thrive. In partnership with NC3, 3M's Safety and Industrial Business Group is excited to award scholarships to diverse students across the country who are pursuing a career in the skilled trades. The Skilled Trades 3M Transformational Scholarship helps students pursue a CTE certificate or degree while also bridging the gaps of inequality in our community. You've all signed up to be part of something bigger, to be part of a team. All of us in 3M Safety and Industrial Business want you to know that we're behind you all the way, cheering you on.
That whole thing of being a part of something bigger than yourself, right, is really gratifying.
Even me going to the store, I'll, pick something up and I'm like, yeah, I'm part of who made this.
We have customers all over the country, including in your area, who need skilled workers. The programs you've enrolled in can bring you the knowledge you need to make their businesses thrive. You're inspiring the next generation of professionals to seek out careers in skilled trades, opening the door for diverse talent and new perspectives in your chosen industry.
The impact I want to have is, of course, to get more women into these kind of things.
And as you grow, your pay will grow, and your life grows as well.
We're constantly looking for new solutions, how to make things better, how to kind of design things for the modern age, for the future.
The sky's the limit.
That's a powerful bond between science and people, between passion and innovation. There's also a bond between you and the community that supports you. We're so proud to be part of the program and have the opportunity to offer our support. Now go get them. The world's waiting on you.
Yes, 3M. One of NC3's partners, they have for the last few years been awarding some scholarships to nominated students. The students did not have to apply for these. They were nominated by their instructors. This year, 3M is awarding 51 $1,000 scholarships nationwide. Woo, that's good. Thank you, 3M, right? Well, it just so happens that 3 Tarrant County College South Campus students were awarded one of these scholarships. So, Dr. Lufkin, if you want to come up now and join me. I'm going to butcher a name again, but that's my job, right? One of our recipients in the welding department is Jade Murataya. Was that close enough? Come on up, Jade. And don't leave. Stick around for a couple more photos, please, Jade. Our next recipient in the Manufacturing Technology Department was nominated by his instructor, Thomas Ford. Did I tell you that Foster Shannon nominated Jade, by the way? Sorry if I forgot that. Thomas Ford has nominated, and this person has received the award. Richard Wasson. Did I get that right? Okay. There you go. And one more. This person was nominated by Jim Martin and Jennifer Kite. They had 2 people going to bat for them. That's pretty good. None of the people I nominated got awards, by the way. Sorry. No bitterness here. That's all right. Aaron Hernandez, congratulations. There we go. And I know all 3 of you guys, I know some other people want to get photographs with you and stuff. If y'all could hang around for just a minute, we'll do that after I dismiss everyone. That way.
Oh, I thought we were going to do a quick one just us.
Well, you can. You can. Go ahead. Sure.
I just wanted to jump in here for a few minutes for the, congratulations to these 3 students for 3M, but also for everybody in the audience when you think about when you see 3M, but not only our welders, but how many students in here are collision refinish? Get your hands up, all your hands up, right? Automotive, healthcare, business, all those areas, 3M touches everything. So when you're in collision repair, every sealant, every piece, windshields, aviation, you saw that. So if you're learning, getting a torque certification, and you're utilizing that in aviation, you're also probably touching a 3M technology. And if you're in pharmaceutical, but if you're in automation and you're thinking about all the companies that put automation and pharmaceutical equipment together, that again is part of those pieces in there. Semiconductor industry, Lockheed Martin, all these areas, all of our great companies up here, but 3M is one that is really helping us lead this piece of recognizing great students nominated by our schools and those pieces, but we intend to and look forward to doing more of this. But again, I want to give a special recognition, Dan, to you and the whole Tarrant team of the great work you're doing here and helping us lead this nationally and continue to drive that piece forward. So Tony and the whole Tarrant team, thank you for all that you do. Good deal.
I'm not even going to follow up that with a joke. I'm just going to say congratulations, you guys. We're going to continue to celebrate you. We're going to push you all the way through to graduation, right? Right? Okay. Yes. All right. Congratulations. Y'all have a great day. Oh, don't forget, all you who signed, you get lunch. Out the door to your left, right? Okay.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Hey, there we are. There are some people here that are, and they're live. How about that? That's good. My name is Tony Edwards. I'm an automotive instructor at Tarrant County College South Campus. This time last year, I was actually trying to fulfill the chair position of Dean of Business and Technology at Tarrant County South. That's a big job. That's why I'm no longer doing it, because I was just filling in until they hired a good person that could really do the job, okay? But I've been at Tarrant County College for about 12 years. I'm an automotive instructor, as I said. So automotive guys, and girls, we're my automotive people. All right, good deal. You're my people. All right, we need you very bad. Career and technical education. All of you are in that kind of a program where you have a career path in mind. You know what you're going to be doing when you graduate. You're going to be going to TCC or somewhere else to finish a degree, right? You're all going to finish a degree and get a really good paying job and grow your own families and build your own future, right? Right? That's what you're going to do. All right? You're not going to be a freeloader off your parents for the rest of your life, right? Right. You're going to grow up and be an adult and live your own life and build a life for you and your family. And we congratulate you in that. Career technical education is all I've ever known. I grew up an automotive technician. My dad owned a shop, and I worked with him. That's all I've ever known, is working with my hands for a living, okay? I love it. I love it to no end. I love even more, though, teaching others how to do the same. And it has been a great career for me, but because I had my degree in automotive technology, that is why I'm able to teach today, okay? I could have went on and just worked on cars for my whole life. But it is pretty physically demanding, and after a while your body starts getting a little tired, a little worn out. So now that I can have all those years of experience, I can share that with my students and help them to grow and become the technician that they want to be, okay? And so getting that degree is an important part of the career that you want to take, because you may at some point say, I no longer want to actually do this job for a living, but it would be kind of cool to be able to teach others how to do it, right? So having that degree in your back pocket will allow you to do that in many, many settings. So I congratulate you for being here. I do celebrate with you, because this kind of letter that you're going to sign making that commitment, not to us, but to yourself, that, man, I'm going to stay with it no matter what happens. I'm going to stick with this and finish my degree, right? That's what I encourage you to do. I hope that's what you are committing to do today. So I mentioned that I played the role of dean at the college. I did that for 9 months. That was probably the hardest 9 months of my life because it is a hard job. But we have someone now who is very, very qualified to do that job, and she's here with us today. And I want to introduce to you Dr. Regina Cannon. She is our new business and technology dean, and she would like to say a few words to you on top of what she's written to you in this letter. Dr. Cannon, thank you for being here today.
Come on, you could do better than that. Good morning. Okay, so this is my first NC3 ceremony, so I'm excited, but I'm still learning about it as well. But I've been at Tarrant County College for 20 years. I have a degree in accounting, which is technical as well. But my path has taken me from accounting to now being the dean. I was a professor of business for 20 years. So now I get the chance to come and make programs more successful for you all, okay? So before I go into my little spiel, I'd like to know who's in the room. Show me all my freshmen. Any freshmen? Okay, okay. What about my sophomores? Okay. Juniors? Okay, now I'm going to the seniors. Show me the seniors. Any seniors? No? Oh my God, but that's okay. So taking a look at career and technical pathways, you're saying you're looking at things that most people may do curriculum. They may do arts and science. But being in a career and technical pathway, it tells us that you're doing a combination of different things. So it's not just your textbook knowledge, you're learning how to do a particular skill. Like Tony talked about his skill. My dad, when I was young, he taught me how to change oil, how to change a tire, but I couldn't go to the classroom and teach anything, right? But as far as being a major in accounting, back in my time, I had 4 options. I could be a teacher, I could be an accountant, I can work in the health field, or I can go to the military, okay? I wanted to go to the military, but at that time my mom was like, no. So I said, I will be a business major. So I went off to college and I studied accounting. I wanted to be that certified public accountant, do people taxes, do company books. But then I found that was so boring to me because I'm more of a people person, right? So I decided to follow the track of being an auditor. And being an auditor, it got me an opportunity to look at organizations from top to bottom. And so this is what I'm going to tell you. It's that the state of Texas is looking at you all to be our future, okay? So that means whatever path you are selecting, follow through on that pathway. How many people in here already know what you really want to be? Anybody? Tell us your name and tell us what you want to be. Stand up, stand up. Because I am a business instructor, so I teach business, okay?
My name is Parker Young. I am a distribution and logistics major. I want to be a truck driving business owner.
All right, I like that. Okay. How about anybody over here? What about you? Not me. Stand up and tell us your name and tell us exactly what you want to be. You don't know yet? That's okay. That's the beauty about going to college. When you go to college, you don't know. It's not going to be where you come in your first semester, oh, I'm going to solve the world problems. No. You're going to solve the problems of being a first-time in college student. So that means you're going to learn. But over time, you will say, I know what I want to do. For me, I already knew what I wanted to do, but I traveled different paths. So in thinking about your future, you have to say, set a plan. Your plan may change. It's okay, as long as you follow through on it, okay? What about your name? What's your name? Yeah. What do you want to do? Stand up.
My name is Josh. I want to be like a music producer and an artist, singer-songwriter, you know. Yeah.
One thing that I tell my friends, we all compete, right? I have friends that are scientists, they teach chemistry. I have friends that are mathematicians, but guess what I tell them? Everything travels through business, okay? So it's always good to have that business background. Even if you just take the basic business course, that's gonna give you that understanding of the environment because everything travels through business. But the one thing that I will say is that our industry, our economy is going to be based on you all. So that means whatever path, your pathway that you choose, start that pathway. If it's not for you, find another pathway. But as Tony said, you have to complete it, okay? Because by 2030, they are going to be looking at people with credentials. And that means you have to have at least a certificate, a degree, or a higher level degree to get a better paying job. And that's the only way our economy is really going to survive, okay? So before I leave, I'd like for you to ask me a couple questions. I'm very open, so I like to know what you're thinking. Anybody? What about you? What's your name? She's like, don't pick me. Don't pick me. Stand up. Excuse me. Do you have a question? You don't have a question? She's like, don't pick me today. No. Anybody? No questions? You don't have none? What do you think your industry partners would be looking for in you as an entry-level employee? What do you think they'll be looking for? Talk up. What'd you say?
Education.
What type of education? It's based on whatever you're going to do. But the one thing every industry partner, every organization is looking for are soft skills, okay? You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to work in a team environment. You have to be punctual, okay? And you have to be a hard worker. They're looking for all of those things. So even if you make straight A's, you got to perfect who you are. Have an introductory speech. You never know. You may get on the elevator one day, and that could be your boss. Okay? I'm going to tell you a story. I went for my job right after I got my master's degree. And I got on the elevator. I was kind of lost. And a lady got on. She showed me where I needed to go. But I was polite, said hello, everything. I got off the elevator. She got off the elevator. I walked to the door. She walked to the door. We both walked into the same location. She went one way. I went the other. When it was time for me to interview, guess who was my interviewer? It was her. So imagine if I had got on the elevator with an attitude or not being polite, that could have cost me that job, right? So always be aware of the people that's around you, the people that could be opening up a pathway for you, okay? So since there's no questions for me, I want to congratulate you all. I am excited for you to come to South Campus or any one of our other 5 campuses to do any coursework in any of our technical programs or our core programs, okay? But anytime that you're at the South Campus, come by and see Tony, come by and see me, okay? Because our doors are always open. So in leaving you, I want to leave you with 3 things. 1, I want you to get a mentor. And that mentor can be somebody you trust, somebody that has a pathway to the field that you are interested in. 2, I want you to make a plan. And it's okay to have multiple plans. My husband tells me I have a plan for everything because I do. I have A, B, C, D because life happens. So that means if plan A don't work, I have a plan B, okay? And the last thing I want you to do is enjoy your life. Don't take everything to the point that I just have to do this. Your pathway is going to change over time. So I want you to balance it out, okay? So in leaving, I want you to repeat after me. When I say I am, I want you to say success. When I say I am, I want you to say the future, okay? So I am, I am, and you are, okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Cannon. Thank you. I want to throw something in there that she made me think of when she's talked about soft skills. That's just being a good person, right? Being a good employee, okay? I'm teaching an internship class right now, and I have a student who is an employee at a quick lube place over in Keller, and he's fairly new there. He's the low man on the totem pole, as they say. His boss asked him the other day, or didn't ask him, he told him, go out back behind the shop and pick up all that trash in that field back there. This guy's an automotive technician. He's learning how to work on cars, and his boss told him to go pick up trash. He wasn't real happy about it. And I have reminded him, look, you work for that man. For those 4 to 8 hours a day, you're his. And you do whatever he asks you to do. If he asks you to pick up trash, be the best trash picker-upper he's ever had. Okay? So I just want to throw that out there. Whenever you get into the working field and your boss asks you to do something, just say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, I'll do it. And do it. Do it to the best of your ability. That will impress them. That's one of those soft skills that will get you further up the line faster. Okay? Just one of those little tidbits of experience I've had that helps in the future. Okay? Now, I'm not going to take up any more time here. This is your time. This is your time we're celebrating. This is your chance to sign this letter and make that commitment to finish what you start. Okay? So what we're going to do, as Kate told you, just Kate. What's your name, lady? Yeah. That lady over there, Kate Smith. Best coordinator Tarrant County College has ever had, right there. Yeah, see, I made up for it. What you're going to do is follow her direction. We're going to go row by row. You're going to come up. You're going to hand Tim, which I'll introduce Tim in just a second. You're going to hand that little name slip to him so he can read off your name. You'll come up here. You'll sit down. You'll sign your letter. Put your hat on. We'll applaud, and you'll file back out and come back to your seat. Okay? That simple. Very simple process here. I'm guarantee you don't want me reading off your names. I butcher names left and right. I already butchered Kate's name, and I butcher this guy's name every time because his last name is not what I'm used to. Okay? His last name, this is Tim Matovich. Close enough? Matowitz. Close enough, right? No. See, I'll butcher your name. You don't want me doing it. This guy is a speech instructor at South Campus. He's one of the best instructors we have out there. He's going to read off your name. He's going to read it properly. He may ask you to pronounce it for him once if he can't make it out. But he's going to read off your name so that everybody in the whole world on this video will know that your name is whatever it is. And then you're going to sign your letter. Okay? This is the best part of the whole ceremony because it makes me shut up and sit down and get out of the way. Okay? All right. Tim, thank you for being here. Kate, I'm going to turn it over to you to start directing traffic. Okay? And I'll give him the... Okay.
Jaden Fields, Business Management. Derek Thompson, Business Management. Maywella Cox, Business Management. Isaiah Hernandez, GIS. Arleth Martinez, Business Management. Peyton Bro, Business Management. Jayla Masterson, Business Management. Valerie Guzman, Business Management.
I'm excited because I have a bunch of business management students up here. I'm really excited about this. Congratulations again to everybody.
Keep your hat, that's yours. Not everybody's going to keep the same hat. Hey, it's your hat. It's your hat. Yep.
Munichismo Azbuque, GISC. Armando Rodriguez, GIS. Ethan Pruneda, GISC. Alexander Pozos, GISC. Shoab Ashgar, GISC. Dwaylen Brownlee, Business Management. Jalen Meredith, Business Management. Aiden Ravel, Business Management. Congratulations. Selena Nguyen, Criminal Justice. Ivan Ramirez, Automotive. Mark Moreno, Automotive. Anthony Bell, Automotive. Jimmy Ortega, Automotive. Hayden de Morinville, Automotive. Hosman Villalobos, Automotive. Congratulations. Taven Flores, Automotive. Caden Carter, Automotive. Mohammed Abdelrahman, Automotive. Wallace Wingate, Automotive. Victor Estrada, Automotive. Jordan Robinson, Automotive. Congratulations. Christian Kennedy, Criminal Justice. Percy Mitchell, Business Management. Nancy Nguyen, Criminal Justice. Joyce Cooks, Business Management. James Hagwood, Banking. Nir Nabizada, GISC. Alexander Herrera, Automotive. Haley Mora, Computer Science. Congratulations. Josh Smith, GIS. Elena Fontenot, GISC. Jacob Burns Conley, GIS. Jeremy Deckard, Computer Programming. Hilton Cumby Howard, GISC. Lewis Scott, GISC. Easton Sapp, Computer Programming. Parker Young, Distribution Logistics. Congratulations. Chloe Jenkins, Business Management. Aaliyah Thompson, Business Management. Alana Sherrod, Business Management. Zanaya Wade, Business Management. Rowan Stiles, Automotive. Benjamin Clark, Automotive. James Espinoza, Automotive. Richard Long, Automotive. Congratulations. Evangel Herbert, Automotive. Kaylee Garcia Denton, Automotive. Shaden Curtis, Automotive. Josue Tinoco, Automotive. Darius Hunter, Geographic Information Systems. Omar Garza, Automotive. Alec Roberts, Automotive. Diego Morales, Automotive. Congratulations. Aaron Campos, Automotive. Teray Potter, Automotive. Jack Walker, Automotive. Edwin Diaz, Automotive. Gerardo Pichardo, Automotive. Anthony Tovar, Automotive. Do, Automotive. Mikai Tucker, Automotive. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here with you today to celebrate this with you. It's just been an exciting time for me. I'm really excited about how many automotive people we got here, but that's being a little biased. But thank you for coming. Don't forget, when you leave here, as you go out the doors, there's a swag bag there for you. Do we want you to come to Tarrant County College? Of course we do. We know there's other options for you also, but when you finish high school, please consider coming to Tarrant County College to further your experience. Well, good morning.